Hello guys, welcome to our channel. Well, in this tutorial, we're going to learn how to generate barcodes either in PNG or SVG using Python. So this can be used in any of your projects, web development or desktop development in generating the barcode. So let's get started. Let's now create a virtual environment for this, which is virtual env. We'll name it env barcode. Okay, so now let's activate our virtual environment. Activate. Okay, so now let's install the package which we'll be using, which is Python barcode. So Python, I'm using other versions of Python, so I'll be using 3.8 for this and minus pip install Python barcode. Okay, since we are done installing this, let's now move to coding. So we'll be creating a function which does that. So let's now import barcode. Then in our next code, since we'll be dealing in SVG and at the same time image, would import the image writer and also the SVG writer. So barcode dot writer import this should be from import image writer SVG writer. Okay. So now let's create a function to handle these. So let's create our first function, the generate code. Then we are going to take in the data in which you want to convert to the barcode format, since we have a lot of formats. But in this tutorial, we'll be sticking to code 128. So barcode format. And also the options which is you should change the colors and everything. For now, let's set it to none. So now we're going to call our barcode class that is associated to that particular format. So that would be barcode class equal to barcode dot get barcode class, then the barcode format follows. Okay, so now let's now write it now image barcode image is equal to barcode class bracket, then the data which we'll be writing into it, then the writer. For now, we use image writer. So now let's save that barcode class, no barcode image dot save. Then the name of the file, let's name it code. Let's name it clever. Then the options follows. For now, let's set the options to just options. Okay, so we are done with this. So now let's call our function. So generate code. We're going to generate clever code. And the code we are going to use is code 128. So let's run this and see. Okay, so you can see that it's run perfectly and this is it. Sometimes you might get an error. So in case you get an error, what you do is that you come and install this. This is mainly for the images, and do not forget to add the double quotes. You install Python barcode images. So when you get error in generating your barcode in images.png and .jpg, you can come and run this code and this will work. Yes, and this will. So now let's move back to our VS. So in case you also want to generate an SVG, all you do is just replace this with an SVG, you run this, and you get your SVG format. So if you have to run it on the live code, you can see it's there, nice and clear. So now let's now move to the options. But in case you want to change the width, the height of it, how do you then do it? So what you do is at the options, you're going to pass a dictionary. So in the dictionary, I'm going to have, if you want to change the width of it, maybe it's going to be called model width. And let's say the width, let's make it 0 0.1 so we see the changes. Then the height, so it's also called model height, which let's do it 200 and let's see what happens. And to change the color of it, it's going to be foreground. And let's say blue. Yes, blue. So now let's run this. Let's change the name of the file to clever one. Let's rather generate an image. So let's run this and see. So you can see this is the format we've given it to it. The height was 200. The width was uh, 0 0.1. So let's make this 0 0.5. And this, let's just do it 5. And let's generate it. So you can see, you can change it to whatever you want to change it to. So these are the formats. If you want to use width, use model width, the height, model height, and the foreground is for the color. That's all for today's tutorial. See you next time.